Okay.
Hi, everybody. So today I am talking with a lovely man called Sage. Are you in Florida, Sage?
I am in Florida.
Florida.
Yes.
And Sage, we met through selling the ITERA magic wand. And I was really interested to see a post that Sage had written about the fact that he sells this magic wand and the amazing technology that's within this device, and also your fascination and your passion for working with the meridians. So I'm going to hand over to you, Sage. Maybe you could share a little bit about what you do and how you have found working with the ITERA magic wand.
Well, thank you. Great questions. So I've been in massage and body work for the last 20 years of my life. Used to own a spiritual center in one of the close areas and towns here, and with multiple people working and training them in the art of doing massage. And beyond that, about 18 years ago, I had a miraculous healing of carpal tunnel, like a year of pain gone in one treatment. And I went back to the acupuncturist. I was like, who are you? How's that possible? What did you do? And he was like, Sage, you meditate, you do yoga, you eat really well, and you mostly have positive thoughts. He's like, there's nothing I can't heal you in 24 hours. So I got really very passionate about Chinese medicine, started reading manuals, started understanding where all the points are at. And this is like almost 20 years ago. And so throughout the whole time, I've still been doing yoga, and I've incorporated so much into my practice of working with people, different like buffers and different types of acupuncture tools. Yeah. But never before I've had something that within like 5 minutes profoundly shifts everything in my body, which is what I found in the ITERACARE. Was like I felt that shift. I can feel it every time I use it. It energizes my body, wakes me up, it gets everything moving. Bowel movements are better, sexual relations are better. My mind is better. There's more cohesiveness to my thoughts. There's more empowerment and groundness, and just the understanding that everything is okay as a result of using this. Maybe due to my internal practices, I'm able to feel these things and these subtle shifts much more than other people, but they are happening for everybody, whether they realize
I agree with you on that, because I think I was teaching my Pilates clients this morning, and I will only now really teach unless they're people that are in a lot of pain, these nuances and being aware of your internal body. And when I use the magic wand, even when I drink the water, I can feel instantly the effect on my body internally. And it's interesting, a few of my people have gone in, and I always say start slowly. Some people have got in and they've done a lot of wanding, and then over a few days or a week, they've had to back off a bit because they're becoming more sensitive to the frequency.
Yeah, I tend to be a little excessive too, and pushing boundaries. So, but what a more amazing, beautiful way to really understand. And now I get it. And now I just tell people who come in with me to receive the using of this wand. I was like, listen, the body is wired in Chinese medicine with all these meridians. So every person's literally, to me, an acupuncturist, you look like a house to me with wiring. And so there's all these different channels, like this is your lung channel, go into your lung. This is your large intestine, go into your large intestine. This is your triple burner, which is like your upper, middle, and lower burners of digestion. This is your heart channel for your actual heart. This is your small intestine channel for like, which is like literally like right here, like, small intestines all around the belly button. So, say the beauty of this is like, you can adjust yourself to level near perfection every time you use it. Say you eat a meal and you're a little bloated, you feel a little funny, break out the wand and just wand your small intestine, wand your large intestine and your stomach channel. And then all of a sudden that just goes away and you have, phenomenal digestion. And like, so using Chinese medicine in this way, which, the wand was actually made, by the Chinese with all this in mind. It's why they call it a quantum moxibustion tool, which means heated element. And so the heat initiates circulation, but then with the terahertz technology and the scalar wave technology, it goes, 8 to 10, 11 inches into the body, into the organs, working on the subatomic level, as well as on the photonic. See, acupuncture works on a photonic level. It's a little bit more subtle than gross feelings. So the wand with the heated moxibustion element is able to, like, we'll say, open up the parts in the channel where there's blockages. And that's where people will have pain in Chinese medicine. Somebody's only in pain when there's a blockage in one of their channels. And so this beautiful tool with the heat and all the other elements of it, the terahertz and the scalar wave technology and the heat, open up those channels and restore the harmonized flow of the energy to that limb and then to the internal organ.
I love it. I love hearing all this. And I've noticed a few people have said where their problems are, they have felt the heat more.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be because of the block of energy, do you think? That it's somehow attracting the more heat? Or why would that be, do you think?
Yes. And I did a video on mosquitoes and ants. And mosquitoes will bite you where you have more heat, but then what they do is they draw that blood out of you. The heat is overheated blood blocking the channel. And then I believe they help restore function to the body. So yes, that's the whole thing, is to use the wand, in and around those areas. Yes. To restore the circulation and get that actually moving.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Amazing. And so you're using the wand. You've got people who want to buy the wand as well. And are you hearing testimonials like we are here in the UK? Well, we're reading testimonials from all over the world. And I know we're not allowed to say that this is a medical device or anything like that, but the testimonials are just off the chart. They're like miracle testimonies. There are Facebook groups with 14,000 people. There's Telegram groups. I mean, there isn't one part of the body that I haven't heard that people are getting the most incredible results. It's like, it leaves me speechless every time I hear another testimony. It's just incredible. Are you finding that because we were both saying we've been so busy with this, we've both had to step back a little bit because everybody wants this device right now.
Yes. And
you were telling me something really interesting about an app that supports people in actually finding out where these different meridian lines are and how they can work on certain parts of the body through an app. Can you tell us about that?
Exactly. I was pulling it up on my phone right here, and it's the Visual Acupuncture 3D. So Visual Acupuncture 3D.
Okay.
And, it gives you like the human being, if you will, the picture of the human being. And then you can just like press one of these points, and then it pulls up on there exactly what that point is, what association with the channels, what the function is. In other words, what's going wrong with the body. This will be like, oh, if you have like poor digestion, wanding this point will increase the fire to your digestive system and get it working again. That's like one point of hundreds that are on the body. So with the Visual Acupuncture 3D app, it helps you to understand literally your body. Like this would be, if there was a owner's manual for the human body, it would be this. It would be Chinese medicine. And then you get to see in every part of the body, like what it is, what those points associate with, which meridian they are associated with, and actually what direct functions they have in your body. So this app, you can use your wand with the understanding of this, using your wand in these precise points to really start to kind of target the body when it has challenges, or to even increase the health. When you go to the back of the body,
when you go to the back of the body,
like this is really incredible. Like I literally put my wand on the counter and, remove my shirt, and I'll move it up and down my spine and to the left and to the right. And all of those channels are on the back of the body. And what they can do is like, they can get, they kick out a cold and a flu. There's a point like just in between the shoulder blades on the spine that opens up and removes pathogens like cold pathogens, damp pathogens from the body. Wow. And Chinese call pathogens what we call sickness, cold and flu. So you can open up those points, you can influence the body to push out the coldness and the dampness in the body, saving somebody usually from getting sick.
Wow, so that's amazing. Because I'm just going back when I used to go for acupuncture, and acupuncture was for me, I didn't know I had PSTD. This is 30 odd years ago. I went to the doctors with everything. And the doctors couldn't work out what was wrong with me. And I had severe anxiety and PSTD. And it was an Indian acupuncturist or a Chinese acupuncturist who actually lay me down and said to me, and I was full of needles, and he said, your nervous system has taken more than it can handle. And it was the very first time in about 2 years I felt any sense of tranquility in my body. And that moment there, I was hooked on realizing that this Chinese medicine was way superior to what I had ever known from an allopathic doctor. You know, it was like whoosh. So I'm so interested in what you're sharing. Like, I really would love to talk to you more. Maybe we could, you know, pull in some people with their wands online and just look at some points and you could share, because this is incredibly fascinating information.
It's so beautiful you said that, right? Because, you know, that and between the shoulder blades, between the neck and, you know, that type of area, you know, that's where a lot of the emotional, mental elements are stored. Even like right here on the brow line, you know, I'm sorry, on the hairline, like these are points right here in the gallbladder and the bladder system that actually alleviate, how should I say, a challenged mental, emotional mind and brings it back into harmony. Like when somebody downloads this app and they start looking at these points, these channels, you get to see, hey, listen, if I'm feeling very sensitive, if I'm feeling very nervous or anxious, there's a part in that app you can put in there, anxiety, and it'll give you 12 points that you can use your wand on that will help with anxiety. You see? So it's like we get to marry these technologies, you know, so we can make the most out of using the wand. And, you know, this way you can use it more targetedly, I guess you could say, more focused to have. I
love this. I'm going to let the viewers into, anyone who's listening, I'm going to let you into a secret. Sage and I actually did this interview about 2 weeks ago and it just disappeared. I couldn't upload it. And we were both so excited about this technology and the magic wand. And I was so busy taking orders because I didn't expect this business to just go crazy. And actually, the universe works and it's all about perfect timing, because this time around, I feel we're both a bit more grounded. And actually, I want to go away from here today and go and download this app, because I finally got my wand only about 2.5 weeks ago. I've only just started using it. And I've been doing all my my lymph areas, you know, and now, like what you're saying, I'm ready now to go away, download this app and start using it, because it just sounds incredible.
Perfect. Yes. And I did put up a video I made, how to get into the app, how to basically purchase it, and how to initially just get in there. And I'm in need of doing a little bit more in depth to show people how to search for certain things, you know, symptomology.
Oh, that would be so amazing, Sage. If you could do that. Like, I know very well that there are quite a lot of people in my team that would love to see that video. And you've got a YouTube channel, right?
I do. Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, what we'll do in the comments, we will put your channel below. And then every time you upload a video about this, I will share it with everybody, because they will want to, and they can subscribe to your channel as well.
Certainly.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It is very incredible. And then, you know, what has ended up happening really is like, now I just like do the back of my body. You know, it's like I've almost gotten away from, you know, getting over focused on it. Because I find just get this thing on your body for, you know, 5-10 minutes a day and just watch things change. Yeah. And that's what's really been so interesting about the last couple of weeks, because I was getting really finite. And now I'm just like, I realize that it's so much more simple even than that. It's just use it on your system. Yeah. Like I do a lot of yoga, right? So like if I'm tight in a certain area.
That's good. I like that. You know, you've got great. Oh, wonderful. Love it. Yeah, that's nice. Nice flexibility. Wow.
So it's like, you know, I'll feel and sense my body where there's stiffness and pain, and I'll just use the wand in that area. And that's really kind of what it works out to be. And especially the head. I'm a big fan of doing the head like every day, like 10, 15 minutes. I'll put it on and just use it slowly. And it's like, that seems like it has really opened me up to have a very much more cohesive connection with my higher self. in my, we'll say my spiritual being and bringing all my bodies together. It's really amazing, like what my journey has been since I got the wand, how much more.
Oh, that's amazing. I just want to say for anyone listening, you don't put the wand over metal, and that includes amalgam fillings. And unfortunately, a lot of people of my era have had a lot of amalgams, and I haven't had all mine removed. So I'm not doing my face. I do dry my hair sort of at that angle with the wand, because it's not letting off the EMFs that you get from a hairdryer, and I'm getting to do my head. But just if anyone's listening and maybe has just bought a wand or thinking of it, you can do facelifts and all sorts of things for your skin with the wand, but don't do it with amalgam fillings. So anyone who's got metal in their body, don't put it over that particular area. Just thought I'd say that.
Very, very correct. It's interesting. I'm being cued to share with you. So like in Chinese medicine, your bladder channel begins right here on the inside of your eye. Your gallbladder channel begins here. Your stomach channel comes. So this is bladder, beginning of bladder right here.
Yeah.
Where your tear duct is.
Yeah.
Your gallbladder begins on the outside of the eye. And the gallbladder starts here, goes here, and winds around the head, then comes down the back of the neck into the traps. Like this is all, when people get like really built up traps, a lot of pain, that's the gallbladder channel. But that channel begins right here. So when you're wanding the face, you're actually initiating movement of the whole entire bladder, whole entire gallbladder. Your dew channel, which starts here and comes up over the head, begins right here on your upper lip. Your Ren channel, which goes from here and comes down the center of your body, begins right here. So you're seeing by doing your face, you're like initiating a lot of movement through your whole entire body just by wanding your face, by doing the facelift, if you will.
I love this so much.
Right.
I love it.
This is what's so beautiful and powerful about these units. So we can really influence to get so much energy moving, because you got to imagine it's like, you know, so much happens with your interpretation to reality with your eyes and you're squinting and this. Like this is a huge meditation point right here. And usually acupuncturists would just put a needle right here.
Yeah.
And that right there is just like boom, and relaxes you. So when you're working with a wand, this area, it's like you're opening all of this up. There's a point called Dew 20, and it's like the point, it balances your body and your spirit and your mind. It's on the top of your head. If you take your fingers and you put it
Excuse me, everyone, I'm touching my face. I'm just enjoying this.
Oh, yes.
I'm loving it.
Your fingers and you put on the side of your ears and you run both your fingers up to where they point at the top of your head. That's Dew 20. And that point alone balances your body, spirit, and mind from the Chinese model. So it's obviously the top of your crown chakra as well, but that's what that one point does. And then when you go back down between that Dew 20 and the bottom and the back of your skull, there's 2 points that release your neck, like really release neck tension just between those 2 points. So again, by working the head, you're relaxing the shoulders, you're relaxing the head. There's all types of points to help with your hearing, with your eyesight that are on your head in Chinese medicine.
I was just going to say, one of my besties who lives next door, she used the wand. I know we're not allowed to say testimonials for other people, but she won't say it on camera yet. But her eyesight, she used the wand for 10 minutes on the first day, and she took her glasses off. She's worn glasses for the last 25 years. And we just made a joke about her because the other day I walked into the conservatory, because she was in the conservatory, and she didn't have her glasses on, and I don't ever see her without her glasses. And she was looking at her phone like this. And I said, you know, I said, what are you doing? What are you doing? She said, well, I haven't got my glasses on. And so I knew how short-sighted she was. She used the wand for 10 minutes on her eyes. Her glasses are off now, and she can, for the first time, read her phone with her phone here. Mm-hmm. And I've had another girl today message me and say her eyesight's improved. I mean, no.
Right. So interesting enough, the eyes in Chinese medicine are connected to the liver. So the liver channel comes through the eyes, right?
Ah.
And your kidney channel comes through your ears. So when people in Chinese medicine, when you go in to the doctor and you're like, oh, I have a hearing tinnitus or I have a hearing problem, they're always going to work on the kidney and the liver because those organs go through those.
So lots of people, I've noticed a lot of people, obviously in all these testimonials groups, are asking, has anyone had any luck with this? And I've noticed tinnitus comes up a lot. And I've just been with my ex-sister-in-law for coffee today. And she knows somebody close to her who's got tinnitus. And I said, I will find out if we can help with tinnitus. And so what you're saying is that you would work on the channel for the kidney and the liver meridians to work on the ear with tinnitus.
Well, the ear goes through the kidneys. So I personally would, I believe I do have the kidney channel, how to use the wand on the kidney channel, because I did do it and show people how to actually use the wand on these specific channels. And so I would do that. And then I would, if it was me, I would wand the kidney itself and drinking the wanded
water. So which kidney would you do? If people don't know, your kidneys are back here.
All right.
So would you do the kidney of the side of the ear? Or...
Well, yes. And it's so funny you just did that because, when I told one of my people who had bought a wand from me, I was like, oh, just use it on your kidney. She was like, Sage, I don't know where my organs are at.
Exactly.
And there was no judgment. I was like, okay, I get to make a video about this. So I actually did make a video where all your organs are at. But basically, a good way to tell is you lift up your shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're literally right at the base of where your rib cage comes down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your back. That your kidneys sit right behind the rib cage there. But if you, and this is like meridian body tapping I was just doing. And I activate my body pretty strongly. But when you do that, especially if you wake up, you'll feel that there's like a little bit of stiffness and pain. Well, that's your kidneys needing water. You see? So to me, it's like this shifting of your whole being and vibration in your body. I am staying away from the H word here, saying all these other words. But, there are certain things we have to have. And like the wanded water itself, as you were saying, is profoundly amazing just by itself.
Just the water, just drinking the charged water is profoundly amazing.
I mean, I have a friend, she got a unit in Switzerland and she just drank the water for 2 days, I think wandered for 5 minutes. And she was already telling me the change in her mental, emotional state she was feeling. She went out for a walk in the trails and she was like, there was like almost zero pain where she always had it. She could run. And I mean, she's just drinking the water, telling me all this.
Yeah. I know. It's just incredible.
Now she lives in pristine Switzerland, right? So you have all the extra oxygen, there's no man stuff. So obviously, these environments, play a huge role in how healthy we are, how non-healthy we are as well. But she's in a very pristine place. So it doesn't take much to shift somebody with that type of environment.
Sure. Absolutely.
It's just profound.
No, you're right. And I had a mother and daughter come the other day, and the daughter was crumpled up with back pain, like literally crumpled, and spends a lot of time lying down because she's crumpled. And they came in and I did the wand on her back. And I spent an hour talking to them, and we got on really well. And we were, I love talking to people and hearing their stories and everything. But I did the wand and she said, it does actually feel less pain. But I put the wand down and I said, look, your posture is so bad. I said, you cannot, and I'm speaking to anyone who's on a shit diet, who's living with a lot of stress in their lives, you cannot use a magic wand or some technology like this without taking care of your environment. And I said, please stand up straight. And I said, if you can't stand up, I want you to sit down with your back straight. And if you can't sit with your back straight, go and lie down. And the minute she stood up straight, she said, oh, that feels better. Now, to you and I, we've been body workers for decades. It's very obvious, but it still amazes me. Like I took one of my family members to the GP the other day. I had to take him to the doctors, and lovely Indian doctor, but she was sitting there with a mask on with a bottle of Pepsi Cola on her desk. And I just thought, wow, there's me saying I don't use the doctors personally, I'm into natural health, but if we're going to be into health, we need to think about not just doing the magic wand, but changing the environment at every level, however small baby steps we take. And I really want to hang on to that. I would hate to say to people, this is going to save you. Yes, it might be making people's skin better and their ailments better and all of those things. But I still think we need to keep on teaching what we're here to teach, which is health and well-being from every direction, Just wanted to throw that in.
And that's a very, very good point too. It really is. And it's like, this is a very advanced element that we have in our ability right now. Again, this is like the beginning of the frequency vibration medicine.
Absolutely.
Okay? Never had something that we could use like this personally ourselves, available worldwide for anybody to use, frequency and vibration. Mm. Although in food, what you eat is frequency and vibration, either low or high or in the middle in between. Yes. So yes, all this is very important. And the consciousness you talk about is very much as important as having the right tools and the right food and a peaceful, sustainable, hopefully, you know, empowering environment to be in. Yeah. Yes, it's all part of it. This just really is going to be another piece to reach another higher level Absolutely. Of consciousness and vibration is available through this. But yes, it can't be, this is not going to be, this is going to do everything. No, we have to be very conscious. The food we eat, the thoughts we have, the words we use, what we're putting out, what we're putting in our bodies, what we're drinking, the best of the water before we even wand it. It's like all this has to be brought into consciousness, yes, to shift everything tremendously and keep it going in that direction of greatness. Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, I'm interviewing another lady that I've met. I think she's in Florida as well. And I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's written a book on water, and she actually froze the wanded water versus the non-wanded water, and the shapes from the frequency of the wanded water in the ice was phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah. So what I really would like to do, Sage, at some point, because I do feel like there's some of us now that are really kind of stepping forwards and sharing this stuff. You know, because I know in Malaysia they've been doing this for a little while. The company's only been going less than a year, I believe, but I love the idea of putting some of us together and just doing a round table on some of the magic of this, because, you know, I think we need to just keep on sharing what this is about, because this is really important for humanity right now. You know, it really is.
I agree 100%. Like, you know, getting more to the esoteric part of the wand, like I feel and sense it to be delivering the energy of the sun for sure, but a very high vibratory level of energy to the body. And which, you know, at some point in time, it probably would be understood. This is clearing not just, we'll say this on an esoteric level, lifetime, but other things that are in our field. And definitely, you know, after doing a session with somebody, and, you know, I'm somebody, when I work with somebody, I can feel somebody else's energy around my field. And usually I meditate, I go and I do yoga and I dispel it and I'll sit with the earth, but I can take the wand and just run over all my limbs with that intention of that light clearing it all. And I literally clear it. It feels better.
I love it.
So from my point of view, I can tell you it's doing that for me. So it is clearing negativity with the light.
I love that. Love that. One final word before we say goodbye.
Yes.
What is it? Yes.
We're all truly, truly fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything is okay. And holding the amount of love that we have, and that knowing, dispelling the illusion and coming back to our hearts and feeling and seeing what's really here for us and feeling it, we're all truly okay. Okay, and we have each other, and this is the biggest thing.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Sage.
You're welcome.
We'll be in touch again, and thank you so much. And we'll put some links below to this app and to your YouTube channel.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Bless you.
So appreciate it.
Thanks, darling. Take care.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.